Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to cryptocurrency video analysis. As you know, we have seen a very nice actually bounce on Bitcoin after a very quite sideways and even bearish price action since start of the year. So now we are seeing some interesting signs of developments on at least on Bitcoin, which may suggest that we are already turning to the upside. So what I mean by that is that this current lag, okay, from this 2018 lows is quite powerful, but for now still in free waves. But what I like about this price action is the following. First thing, we are breaking through this upper trend line resistance. Now this is very significant because if you see always when you have an ABC pullback, okay, an ABC pullback, and you see this trend line broken, okay, then this trend line broken, then this is normally a confirmation that trend is changing. So and since I'm seeing quite an extended lag up from July 11th lows, I would not be surprised if actually this rise will be part of wave 3 of a new 5-wave rise. Okay, there's still a chance that on the longer term scale that we are going to see only a major 3-wave rally before we again stay sideways. But since market is now breaking this trend line and since it's moving impulsively to the upside, I think that there is room for more gains. Okay, so if I just try to update you on this wave count real quick here, then actually I would count this as a wave 1, 2, now we are in a wave 3, wave 4 and wave 5. Okay, so what I would be looking for is this pullback into wave 4. Now normally when important trend line is broken like this one, I think that this trend line can be also retested. Okay, also when you see important support broken, you may see a pullback back to this support that turns into resistance and then market continues to the downside. So this is what I'm expecting here on Bitcoin, a break through the major trend line resistance, expecting a pullback back to the trend line. Ideally this will happen for wave 4 and then we see another push to the upside. Okay, so what I see is that Bitcoin is actually leading the other markets. Okay, I still see Ripple, even Ethereum still trading around the lows. Okay, so if you're looking for some trading ideas on the long side, then definitely I would consider maybe Bitcoin, but again, watch for pullback. So in such case, I would wait on this wave 4 pullback, which after all may already get underway later this month, later this week. Also, what I would pay attention for, as I said, this trend line, and also keep an eye on this zone here. If that was a former wave 4 here, this may be small wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then definitely watch out. Let me just label this. Watch out for this former wave 4 area. Okay, also at the same time I would watch out that trend lines when a pullback occurs in 3 waves, of course. Okay, normally when you see this trend line broken to the upside, it causes an extended or accelerated move within wave 3, and then this trend line, okay, then this trend line of this base channel, which is called, may provide a good support, a good base for this wave 4 that we will be tracking as well. Okay, so what will happen with other currencies, what may happen with other currencies when wave 4 moves into a pullback on Bitcoin? Well, that's when I think Ethereum could actually be headed to new lows. Okay, I still think that Ethereum is actually still in a downtrend. We don't see any significant rise on like on a Bitcoin, so definitely we either stay sideways or see a new break to the upside and then reversal to the upside with a delay. But still, watch out for this 300 level. I still think this is a very important, some kind of a pivot point from that triangle that we have seen in 2017. Also, that would cause a spike below this March lows. So ideally, this would be a perfect timing for a reversal to the upside. And the reason why I'm looking for more weakness is because here was quite nice decline. I can count this here even 5 waves. And now we are just moving sideways, and maybe we are even forming a triangle here for wave B. Okay, so Ethereum is clearly tracking consolidation. So if Bitcoin from any reason comes very quickly to the downside. Then Ethereum, I think, could be very interesting, maybe even for shorts to catch these to March or April 2018 lows, okay? Because I'm looking for potential triangle here, A, B, C, D, and we maybe can be stepping into wave E. So when wave E completes, that's when Bitcoin may also face resistance for wave 3 of that impulse, okay? However, on the for our chart, we are still actually tracking this ABC rise, okay, not the triangle, because it came out with the triangle a little bit earlier, but even this ABC rise is still valid. We have seen a nice reversal down from the upper side of this corrective channel, and now we could be just in a temporary pullback here, maybe wave 2, or as I said, based on a triangle count, maybe even wave E. So watch out what happens at this upper trendline resistance. If we see a break of this lower trendline support, then I really think that this Ethereum will be in trouble, okay? But as long as Bitcoin rise, if you're looking for some setups, then Bitcoin should be your focus on the long side after a pullback. When Bitcoin finds a top, watch out for Ethereum because it may drop to a new low. Now, Litecoin, now this one is also still in a downtrend. I see prices trading below this trend line of resistance. It's a major trend line that definitely has to have to see a very decisive break to the upside before we may see an uptrend continuation or call end of a wave B. Also, what I see is quite slow price move here, okay? So ideally, this is a fourth wave bounce, a correction, and if I label also sub waves here, this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we are in wave 4. There is an idea that maybe wave 4 is already finished, but still we haven't seen a break of this wave B swing low here. So if I label this swing low as well, this is an ABC blue, okay. So we still haven't seen this wave B swing low broken, which definitely has to be taken out for these prices to move to the downside into wave 5. So watch out for potential even more complex wave 4, like a double zigzag correction, or maybe even this was a triangle for wave B and we see a push to the upside. So the resistance that matters in such case is here at around 100 level, okay. It was the area of a former wave 4 right there. Let me label here, okay, right there. And also it's a very important psychological level, 100 for sure. So watch out for limited upside here and potential turn lower into a fifth wave of decline. Now also, if we take a look on Dash, what we are looking at here is this ending diagonal formation. Again, we have seen some attempt of a bullish breakout here, but it was bulls were quickly reversed by this drop that occurred recently. We almost retested the lows. So based on this type of a price action, I do not see here bull market yet, and ideally bull market will come. We'll catch the Bitcoin, but with a delay, because I'm tracking an ending diagonal. Now this is a very significant pattern, very strong reversal patterns. Once it's finished, prices can retrace back to the starting point of that ending diagonal, which was actually here around 750. So watch out for another drop here. Also, as I said, this is not looking impulsively for me from the lows, because I really don't like that spike that occurred recently. So I would not be surprised if we maybe retest this 161.8% fib extension of a wave B, and then maybe bounce to the upside later this year after a potential throw over formation here for an ending diagonal. A throw over formation means that wave 5 moves beyond this wave 1, wave 3 trend line. Okay, a lot of traders will probably try to look for even more weakness, but then market suddenly turns to the upside, moves back above that trend line, which causes a throw over formation, and then the following break above the upper trend line would complete this ending diagonal, which would cause in such case a very nice and strong rise. Now Ripple is trading at this trend line support, so still major levels right there. However, there is a chance that we will see a retest of the lows, because if we just respect what the market is doing. It's in the downtrend, and after all, the recent bounce was in 3 waves. Okay, so if you're bearish on cryptos, watch out for this one because it's very weak, and I think that the price action is very clear. This was a flat formation, you know, 3 waves for a wave A, then we have a 3 waves for a wave B, which moves very close to the levels around the wave starting point of wave A, and then we have seen a 5-wave rise up for a wave C, back to the area of a wave A. So this was actually a perfect flat formation, and not only that, you also have a confirmation that flat can be finished. Why? Because this drop, okay, is acting impulsively, while we are now just trying to make some recovery here, but it's really struggling. So I think that this can be wave 2, and that sooner or later we may see a move to the downside, especially, as I said, if Bitcoin is ready to find resistance in that wave 3. Okay, then clearly we could see a new lows here and then turn to the upside, maybe later in August. Now Bitcoin Cash also had a major potential trend line here. However, also this one is not showing any significant or important evidences of a loss yet. However, what I see right now is that market is rising, so it looks like that this can be a complex WXY in the making. So if I just update you in this one, this could be WXY. I will move this one right there. Okay, and this will be red. Okay, so this was first zigzag wave X, and now we can be stepping into the second zigzag. So where's the resistance? That upside can be limited, well, at the area of a former wave 4, which was here at 90.30, okay, 930. So watch out for this market to retest that level, and then maybe look and be aware of a reversal to the downside. What about trend lines? Well, if you are tracking WXY correction, you should connect the starting point of this correction and wave X, and then the upper trend line should be put at the top of the first zigzag. Okay, so the resistance, again, trend line resistance is around there. So as long we are below that level, I think that still this could be treated as a corrective recovery. Okay, if we see any significant surprise break to the upside with strong accelerated one leg to the upside above 1000 mark, and maybe even with acceleration towards 1100, then I think that this could actually put some bulls back in play, back into the market. Okay, what about Ethereum against Bitcoin? As I said, Bitcoin is acting very strong, much better than Ethereum. Well, we are looking here at this triangle correction, a very big one, and it looks like that we are stepping now into wave C. We still haven't seen a break below March levels, so I think if this is going to be the case for a free-wave decline into wave C of a triangle, then obviously this will also cause a trouble on Ethereum itself as well. Not only will make the Bitcoin stronger. So watch out for a potential drop toward 78.6%, where we would be looking for limited downside. And the reason why we are tracking this bearish trend, because this it appears like a wave 1, 2, and now we are falling towards 261.8% extension of wave 2. Now this is a very significant and important level for these third waves. So maybe we get some pullback for wave 4, and then more weakness lower into a fifth wave. Okay, and that's when also Ethereum could catch that low against the US dollar that I showed you earlier. Traders, thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please contact us in Slack, or of course send me an email, or on Twitter as well. Have a good day. Bye.